Hi, I'm Josh, and I'm here to explain photosynthesis. You may know what this is already, but there's more to know than just the meaning. First, photosynthesis is a process where a plant releases oxygen and we breathe it in, and let out carbon dioxide, which plants bring in. This process has the equation 6CO2 plus 6H2O plus light energy equals C6H12O6 plus 6O2. The products of this equation are glucose and oxygen, and the reactants are carbon dioxide and water. Yield light energy. This requires a two-stage process, and this is light dependent reaction in Calvin cycle. This also takes place in the thylakoid to make ATP and NADPH. Plants are important to us because they provide oxygen for humans and living things. Next, cellular respiration. This is a converting system. The equation C6H12O6 plus 6O2 yields 6H2O plus 6CO2 plus ATP. The reactants are glucose and oxygen. The products are ATP, waste is carbon dioxide, and water. The three steps are glycolysis is converted into pyruvates, then converted into two carbon molecules, and finally the citric acid cycle. Also, this process takes place in the mitochondria. Lastly, fermentation is a process, and one is lactic acid fermentation, which is when you feel burning after running or physical activities. You feel burning because it's a buildup of lactic acid in your muscles. The other form of fermentation is alcoholic, and this is when you leave something like vinegar or apple cider somewhere for a long time and it ferments. Fermentation is better than respiration because it uses 4 ATP while respiration uses 34. Fermentation happens in a microorganism like yeast or types of bacteria. This converts carbohydrates into a different chemical. Today it is used in foods as fuel. For example, pickles can be preserved and contain 90% water and 10% salt. They are stored in brine for about 5 weeks. In this process, the bacteria breaks down the sugar, creates lactic acid, which is why they're sour. Done.